Good morning. Welcome back to Green Heart Glowing. I'm Kara and I'm going to be doing an energy reading for you for the week of August 23rd through the 29th. And let's get started with an angel card to open the energy. Almost to our next eclipse this week. So much release. It's pretty exhausting. I'm exhausted. I don't know about you. Aww. Tenderness. Yes, let's be tender with ourselves. I was thinking, I just want to say that you are probably doing much better than you think you are. And I'm saying that because I don't think we are collectively acknowledging how much shit we've been through. Trauma, like serious, scary, like survival level trauma since 2020, especially. And I just want to say, like, if you are surviving, like if you are just doing bare minimum, you're doing amazing, because this is not easy. We are going through a dark night of the soul as a collective. So whatever you're doing to survive and however you think, however you think you're doing way better than you think you are. And I'm just saying that to acknowledge the fact that, like, we have been going through it, and it's genuinely like, not just like, oh yeah, this has been really hard. We have survived significant trauma, and we're completely new people because of it. And we're trying to figure out what that all looks like for us as a collective, but also as individuals. And I just wanted to say that I see you. I know how hard it's been, and I'm right there with you. And so let's get into the astrology of the week. We have a lot actually happening with the Sun, Mercury, and Chiron. Sun being our identity, Mercury being the channels of communication and thinking, Chiron being the wound, the healing, the like stuff kind of coming up that wants us to mend within and heal within and move forward from that wound. So it's bound to be a bit more of a touchy week as far as wounds go, but I think that it's a good kind of reconnection into that part of us that maybe has felt not paid attention to enough. Like, we have been, this is going to lead me into, we're having our eclipse this week in Pisces. I'm feeling like this eclipse is our releasing of the illusions that we've been holding about a particular situation in our lives. Leo eclipse that we just had a couple of weeks ago was the releasing of the identity and the false identity, the ego, the wanting to be validated, be seen, and that kind of limiting us from being seen for who we are. Instead, we are trying to be seen for whatever we think other people wanted. So the releasing sort of that performative self. Pisces being the release of the illusion that we were holding on to about a situation or a person. The kind of rose-colored glasses come off, and it can feel painful. We have a lot of the Chiron aspects happening, to see something for what it truly is and not for the sort of fantasy, the beauty of what we want to see the best. We want to, we meet people's potential. We open to the possibility of the beauty that we can see in the thing, because Pisces is also a seer. Pisces can kind of look right in and see your beyond all of the ways that you've created a personality to respond to a trauma. Pisces can see past all of that into the part of you that is just pure awareness, pure love, and will always sort of almost bypass the intuitive self in order to expand into compassion for other people, especially if you're a very in tune with other people type of person, you know, where you can just, you meet someone and you can feel all of their masking, all of their kind of like ways that they're surviving, you know, but you can see past that. You can see that they're hurting. You can see where the wound is coming from. You can see why they're behaving that way or even treating you badly, or, you know, all of these defenses that people have built on top of themselves, that vulnerable self, in order to keep that vulnerable self safe. You know, to be a seer is to be able to see into and past all of those things and into that very vulnerable center of someone. And so with saying all of that, that's a beautiful gift. But with Pisces being the sign and the symbol of this eclipse, it's a very, those qualities are being central to the release of illusion, the release of where you bypass your own intuition in order to have compassion for somebody else. That is like when you meet somebody and you have a first read about them and go, I don't know about this person. But then you start learning about them and you start having compassion for their story, and then they hurt you, and then you have compassion for that because you can see that they're hurting, and then they hurt you again, and you kind of keep bypassing this part of yourself that knows that, hey, I can have compassion for you, but I also need to have compassion for myself. That's one of the biggest lessons to learn as a person who walks around sort of being able to see that about other people, is that we so often just do that for other people and forget, like, hey, don't betray me in the process, yourself. Don't abandon me in order to help meet this person with their pain and their wounds. That is part, I think, of this whole journey through this week into the eclipse. And then on Friday, so the eclipse is Thursday night, Friday, we have Mercury and the Sun aspecting Uranus. And Uranus is like the breakthrough. Uranus can bring something very sudden, shocking, jarring. Not always, it doesn't, I don't want to make it like sound scary, but it just is like this sudden like, oh, which can be a good oh. It can be a like, oh shit, like I didn't realize I was doing that. And now that I see that I'm doing that, how can I respond differently? How can I make a different choice? And then after the eclipse, I genuinely feel like this certain eclipse cycle has very much been like an unblocking of energy. It feels like there's been this all kind of pressure and coming to a head where something also though is like being born, like in your mind. You're feeling kind of a pull to something, you're feeling excited about something, maybe something's drawing you, something new or something you've been thinking about. It's growing and it's like building a bit, like the energy of it is building, which that is the door that you get to walk through when all of this eclipse energy unblocks all of this that we've been going through for this entire eclipse season. So I do think that it has been pretty intense, painful, lots of grief, lots of shedding, you know, the identity, the illusion, all of these things, but it's clearing space. It's making room so that you can go into that next doorway that is being open for you. And then we'll see what happens on the other side when we get out of this eclipse season week. All right, so I'm going to pull Nature's Whispers card, as always, to wrap things up. New experiences and possibilities. Yes. Card number 18. What I just said, that little seed, that thing, there is something there that your soul has been pulling you into. Just whatever feels like, oh, I'm kind of like really excited about that, or I'm feeling like really curious, really just wanting to open that door more and more. That is where we're heading after all of this intensity. Not to say that it won't be intense, you know, we're living in a certain timeline right now. That's why I like doing these videos, because let's just anchor week by week. Even if it's intense every single week, at least let's just find and pull out every single week what we can do to not make it feel so large and so overwhelming, and just, you know, come back. Let's come back every week and just go through this together. All right, new experiences and possibilities. By the way, I have over 500 subscribers now. I am shocked. Thank you so much. It's crazy. Anyway, that's just something I wanted to say like really quickly, because I didn't imagine that I would even ever have like more than 20 people or something like that. So over 500 people. Thank you so much. It's been so nice connecting with you guys. Okay, I'll read now. Okay, new experiences and possibilities. Look around in nature. Notice the new beginnings, new experiences, and new choices being shown to you. They will only be evident to you if you take the time to look for these subtle messages. You are on the first steps along a new path. You are being offered a blank page. What are the first words you would like to write on it? Your possibilities are endless. You are in complete control of your life. This is a new beginning on your journey. Live in the present and trust in your own abilities. Plant your seeds and willingly venture into new territory. That's literally perfect. And really quick, this is a bag full of cards that says I let go of something. Since this is like the culmination point of the eclipses, we're ending the eclipse season this week. Let's pull what we're letting go of for this week, and for just the symbol of this whole journey we've been through. Oh, I always forget to show this. I'm just rummaging around waiting to feel the right card. Okay, let's see. I let go of the feeling of lack. All right. Well, you guys, have a great week, and I will see you next week with a new energy reading. Thank you again so much for you guys subscribing, commenting, and liking. Genuinely, like, it makes me just feel like I can't even imagine that. Getting emotional. Just thank you. I really appreciate it, and I love connecting with you guys. So have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye.